Hey guys, I'm talking about work and job number 17 episode. Today, it was like yesterday ago, I was actually considering to go work at one of the F&B, which is fast food business actually. So yeah, it was actually like one of those Cheerios street with food like Cheerios, the one that which is like pretzel a little bit. And yeah, actually I was noticing that they have flyers of the application for supervisor and advisor to have which is on like 2000 salary actually. So yeah, I was actually applied and then wait for a while, so I have to come up with a lie because actually I working with my transportation, my own father business, my thing, and so that's why I have to wait. So and then recently, because they having since this called lockdown, this COVID-19, so it's like they have to postpone from the work any of the part, so they have to like one thing that they have to just have to get off the work, so they don't go work at that time at that period until now. So and then recently, so when the moment they said about this process, I was due to that maybe they were processing later or maybe like one. But then like I called, so I just wanted to make sure confirm that I can get. But then when the moment I tried to say like maybe I can come on the 12th, 24 April, or sorry, it will be 28 April actually, so to get this work. Then this guy said, you know what, because we can still have the process, we still haven't had people to look at it for. I said, I think to myself, like, you know what, I just better don't wait for too long, just go find some other job. For those who don't know how to get a job, one thing, just I give you tips one thing for work and job. Make sure you do honest and good. Make sure one thing you find a suitable place for your workplace that you really like, and make sure that you can get along with the environment, and make sure that you like uh, just write the application form with honesty. That's all. Don't end up like me, because most of the time I did online just to get away from myself. But I prefer like what, after once I did it, I'm gonna off it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna like write it down my application and that's it only. So and then working with family members of work, own business, job of family members. So I tell you one thing, the best way for you to do is find, if you have a family which is very grateful to you, you better be grateful to them, because they are the ones who giving you sustenance and more, which is the one who good, not the one just not the one that not the one that they harassing you and control you. That's the person, that's the thing that I don't like about the family members, like like especially when I work with my dad, I don't even like it actually, because it's like oh my goodness, like they thinking it's like, oh okay, it's good, it's bad, it's actually it's just nothing. It's just basically that you need to go and you just have to follow him, because he has nothing to do. It's like, as a matter of fact, he cannot do much longer because he's getting old. That's why, because basically if you once you're getting old, you gotta know, you gotta prepare yourself for that time of period. So like I said, if you really want to give the person a job, you have to be very respectful, dutiful, and right. Make sure and understand as well. Every time he gets upset for no reason, like small idiot thing, like just coming out on the late time picking up the student, but then he has to be on time. Even if I were to be on time also, the children won't be get ready on time. I don't know why. I just why don't you just respect the way like how other people do it? I just don't know. I just makes it makes me very angry, because it's like you thinking you can do whatever you want, like just because we as a transportation we have to come, you can come out late while I being there on time and you come out late. So it's unfair. It's unethical one thing. So don't do that. Okay? You make people upset, angry. That's why, because most of the people don't like to be transportation much actually. It's like we actually give you a transportation, and all of a sudden you want to come back by on me, upset on me. Hey, look, everybody come and work, and come and look, and you're the one who knows should do, and yet all of a sudden come and do. So that's the problem. It's like you think it's such a very good, it's such a very this, it's such a very that. I don't even care. You come and give you a spontaneous work, and give me a spontaneous job, and all of a sudden you want to come telling me to do my job. You do your job, I do my job. Simple as that. There's nothing to do with. Okay, you already give me what I want to do, and I give it to you. That's the problem, because many people they don't understand, because they think it's like, okay, this job is actually very good, this job is actually very best, this job is actually very very so-called financial thing. So the one thing that I upset is that they don't understand what they are doing. Like they think it's like oh okay, my cousin tells me to do like oh, drive slowly, as though one thing like he's such a very perfect driver. One thing it's like he thinks such a very like worthy one thing on that kind of sort of driving. It's like everybody makes mistake, it's just that we're not bound to do again. You just have to get it over with, as though one thing. And the one thing that makes me upset is that I have to pay for my own gas. Like look, I actually taking your car, and you should put your gas the money, because the money that which I want to get is that money, the amount. So if I were to pay my gas money, I don't mind. But what makes me very upset is that you will use it, you taking advantage of the petrol that I use. So it's like if I were to put 50, but you don't put anything. So okay, let's say Friday is already gone, because it's already 5 days gone, and then Saturday Sunday, what you're gonna do? Of course, you're gonna bound to use that car. At some point, you're gonna go out, you're gonna go buy some food, buy some beer, maybe buy some whatever you want to do. So that's why it's like upset, because you wasting that gas money. Unless if you keep it and you can use it, I don't mind. I mean, you don't use it, I don't mind. Sorry about that. So that's why what makes me very upset about it is that I don't like people to like come and tell to me like, oh okay, you have to put gas. So I'm actually very hard, because it's like I'm one thing, I'm trying to save it as much as I can to save up some money, and then maybe use something which is very useful and right. But these people like so harass my father, my father, my cousins, they like to harass me. Why don't you have money, why don't you pay, why don't you pay, why don't you pay, why don't you pay? So oh my goodness, whenever if you do like anything, the best way, one thing I said, don't work with the family members. If you have a family members that which is so good, then it's better for you. But if you have a family like mine, it's out. Don't ever work with them. It's very terrible to work with them. I have been so much suffer until now, so it's like I don't want it to work again after this. Like oh man. Even actually I want to quit that job just to tell after that, but my cousin goes slipped it out, go tell to my dad and say why you quit the job, he's giving you such a nice salary. I said salary is not the problem, it's just the payment on time. One thing, to be honest, salary is not a problem, it's just that what he tells only, it makes what he tells and what is on and doesn't pay on time, that makes me very upset. You telling this salary but that salary. So if I were to get like 600 or 1000, might as well better I go work which I can get 2 or 3000, or maybe like I can get more than that, 1005, 1004, at least okay. But if he's gonna give me like below than that, then of course I'm not gonna be very happy with work, because it's like it's such a waste of time. I come all the way and have to pay and get nothing that money back. Even one thing I was so upset today, I mean like this month, because due to this stupid paramedic, this plague, it's like you don't understand one thing. It's like we giving you such a cheap fee to pay, which is 500 I supposed to be get, but I ended up paying 300. I got where's another 200 more. The parents will be some parents and some people are stingy. One thing, maybe these parents are stingy. Like imagine, like I didn't even ask. I mean, like it's still part of the down payment. It's not like I'm gonna okay this for this month, then after that I'm not gonna do it again, because I know if I were to do it again, it's a big deep problem. It's not a problem, it's your fault, the one who being problem. That's why it's like such an idiot. Like why one thing you cannot even think of what you do, instead of one thing being yourself. There's one thing to do which is right, but yet you make it a hassle. One thing. It's just money. As a matter of fact, I putting it reasonable. If I were to have my own business, the first thing is what I do. I make sure everybody is cheap price. That's it. Only per head is per 50. Even if they were to have taxes or what, tax high, and then all this thing high, my fee is always the best. I make it reasonable and cheap. If the parents want to get it hassle, I say look, the problem thing is, because I don't like, because is that when you wanted to give more high money, but the rest you actually disturbs my money. So let's say if anything happens, like maybe you couldn't pay, maybe you couldn't what, then you suddenly say I want to give $50. So I give you already that price, and that's the price you're gonna get. That's the cheapest. That's they said not the problem, because the problem is that if you were to give me a lot, I don't mind if you continue to give me a lot, as long as I do work. But you cannot expect me to, like, if I were to quit and then suddenly say, hey, we give you a lot of money, you cannot quit. It's my wish. It's not like I'm working for you. It's not like I'm you're owning me. I'm working my own business. One thing. It's such a big deal sometimes. Some people, sometimes they say like, I own you business. If you own, I can get another job. There's nothing big of a deal. I hate people when they say that kind of in terms of like owning the people. Also, and that's how I get angry. Like I get angry because it's like what you are doing is such a very wrong method. That's why because I don't like to work with my father ever since then. When he gets angry for stupid things like I don't know where's the direction. He could have told me which is the correct way, but instead I get he make it different. Why don't you just give me the address and then accept it? It's so easy. I just get the address, they did not that simple. They say, look, you pick up the student, you send the school. You pick up the school, you send home. You send the student home. Simple. Is that hard? Is that too much to ask only for simple thing? But instead they make it so hard. So that's why because I don't care what they're trying to say. It's like telling, oh, you don't like to work with people. Actually, that's life. Somehow you gotta bound to work with people if you like it or you don't. Just make sure one thing that you are, how long you target, how long you just and get away with it. It's simple. It's not like you're gonna work there forever. It's not like you're gonna live in the earth forever. One thing. That's the beauty of it. With religion, you have a very good life. Without religion, it makes it very upset. Especially Islam. So I just don't know what to say. I just don't like the word. They come and blame me. They say, hey, you're not doing good job and this and that, and why telling me like I don't know what to do. Like as though one thing like, oh, other people are doing a very good job. Why are we not doing? Actually, to be honest, I wanted to do a good job from the beginning, but because I always have to listen to my parents. Sometimes some you have to listen, some you don't have to listen. You just have to make sure that what you do is for the best. For yourself, who knows? Okay, who do you think your parents gonna live forever? No. Somehow you're gonna live in your own life one day. You're gonna have a family, you're gonna have a kids, you're gonna have a wife, you're gonna have a house, you're gonna have this, you're gonna have all these things is part of the test of Allah. So I don't understand why you people want to make it a hassle to control the people. This is why one thing not many people like to work because they don't like to be in control. That's why because in Asia, if you can see majority, especially like Thailand, India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, all these type of people, this country, if you go Hong Kong and Taiwan, it's the same thing because it's like it's because they don't like to be controlled. So if you were to do like that, people will get upset. Believe me, people will start to say, I would rather quit than rather want to making a fool out of myself with this stupid manager. So better don't do it. Better you respect the people. For indeed they are your people. They are your same thing like kind. But instead you don't. You just want to take advantage of people. That's why because some people are angry like, oh, Imran, you post this YouTube is wrong. Well, that's every people's opinion. That doesn't mean that my opinion. It's up to you. Nobody cares one thing. You want to get upset, it's up to you. Nobody cares. Everybody has their own different opinion. But it's just that to respect the idea of logical common sense is a common sense one thing that people are actually struggling to get a job. So I just don't understand why people they like to control. Because if you do that, not many people will work for you. Believe me. That's why because most of the people they like to go work in overseas. And people like to go work in better job. One thing like they like to go Japan, Singapore, Korea, Australia, New Zealand because it's part of the life that where you appreciate the people rather than harassing the people. But to me, if to be honest, frankly, every in the country is just the same. It's just that one thing because I'm so sick of it and tired to live in this country. So I'm just gonna walk, or I'm just gonna find a better place where you are better at it. I just don't like to work in a country that where that you make it so hassle with it. Because if you do that, believe me, nobody is gonna like it. That's why many people you can put a lot of you can see Asia here. So many sometimes they have say vacancy because it's the pressuring they give. The reason why because sometimes I was wondering why do they have a lot of vacancy or all this sort of thing. But then when I realized they actually being punk. So that's why because of that everybody was because the manager is bullying this the staff. So that's why they have to quit. Actually, it's so lucky because to be honest, like if I were to say we Asia is much more easier than any other country because other country they don't allow you to you don't get 100% get job one thing. And even if you get job, they get more hassle than before. And if the salary that's the salary you're gonna get. They're not gonna give anything like marketing one. Only like their time. It depends on the state. If the state is okay, it depends on the country. So if country is like, okay, that's the salary or what is it that, they're not gonna do anything more whatsoever, and get it over with. Like here in Asia, you can, like, you have money so much. You have, like, like Dilwale money. You have Ramadan money. You have like Eid money. You have like like uh, like holiday money. So you get much money than any other country. Some countries, they don't even have that one thing. So it's like pretty much the best. But the problem here is the economy and the people. So that's why it's like the people only is like, so late the work, and so lazy. So it's like they're like so tired. Like, even everybody is tired, but that doesn't mean you have to being lazy about it. You have to keep on working. That's how we process the job. I don't know why, but if you really wanted to think it's such a good, then you just don't go, just go sit home and do nothing. But that one, so it's like the same thing like doing that right now. So depressed and boring, right? So that's why it's like it's better for you to go to work and fresh out one thing with your mind. I just don't know what to say. I'm out. Peace.